Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Today I'm going to be doing my November TBR and I'm so sorry that you're going to have to put up with this. Hopefully it won't take too long, but this is the first day, about a week, where I felt remotely human and had the voice to do this. Like I said, I'll be as quick as I possibly can, but this will be my November TBR. And in the month of November I will be taking part in Tomes and Treasures Round 2, which I'm really excited to take part in. However, looking back on the prompts we had to fill to make our characters, I didn't fulfill the prompt for the deity. So I chose God of Death, which was to pick a book with bones on the cover, and I was supposed to read Your Blood, My Bones by Kelly Andrew. So that's going to go into this month's TBR before I start the rest of the prompts. So I need to finish my character first and then do that. So first up, normally I would spin for the which 12 books, 12 prompts I'm going to pick. However, this month we're doing it slightly different. So no, I have 2 months left, and normally I would just do one book and prompt one month, one book another. December I want to try and read more, fit in more Christmassy themed things. Taking that into account, I've decided to do Chelsea's pick and Andy's pick in November. So for Andy, it was A Strange Hymn, and yes, I'm picking up the original absolute chonker. There's all 4 books in the Bargainer series. I read the Bargainer preparation for reading the Strange Hymn, because Andy picked Strange Hymn for me, not realising that I hadn't read the Bargainer, because me being me, I hadn't put the Bargainer on my want to read list as well on Goodreads. I'll be reading A Strange Hymn, and then Andy's prompt is to pick a book that you think is going to be a new all-time fave. I'm not sure what I'll do for that prompt yet. We'll come back to that. So for Chelsea's book, this is The Malevolent Seven by Cameron Johnston. She loved this book and I'm really excited to get to this. I've been meaning to get to this since she bought it me last year for my birthday. Was it last year? I think it was last year for my birthday she bought me this. So I'm sorry Chels, I will be getting around to it this month. And Chelsea's prompt is a new to you author, so I don't want to push myself too much. Cameron is a new to me author as well, so Chelsea's book and prompt fit well together. I do also have to still fulfill the prompt from October, which was Daniela Reed's. She picked a prompt that has a book with wyvern or dragons in, and for this one we're gonna pick up Shadow of the Gods by John Gwynne, because Fear of the Gods has come out and I haven't read this for ages. I read this and binged it really quickly, and then went on to book 2, got partway through book 2, and then epic fantasy was just a bit much for my brain at the time, and I have totally lost trail of everything. So I'm going to go back to the beginning and start again with book 1, and I'm not going to binge this time. I'm going to sit in immersion, read it, and I think that for me it's the best way for me to absorb my books, especially when it comes to this kind of fantasy. So yeah, last month I started to read my Butterfly Book Club book boxes. No, Butterfly Book Club books, subscription books. However, so far I'm not doing well on that. I've only just, we're on the 29th now, we're on the 30th actually, and I've only just started The Rise of the Cinder Fae, because this has an audiobook that has come out yesterday. So I will be reading this, immersion reading this, and it's chunky. So for that one, I do already have one on my list that I haven't got around to reading, which isn't as big, and it's Spindle of Sin by Candace Robinson and Amber R. Joel. I will be reading this in the month of November, and if it fits any of my Tomes and Treasures prompts, I will let you know. But we're going to spin again for what we're going to be picking up in the month of November. So let's set her up so you're not blurred and spin. Hidden beneath the embers. I don't know if that's a newer one or an older one, but let's just take a screenshot of that so I remember it, and that will get added to the list. So we're going to go through my prompts for Tomes and Treasures, and you'll probably see I've started to stick a couple of books on there that I know I'm going to get into. For any that I don't already have filled in, I'll try and fill in with them as I go, and if I can't fill them in, I will try and pick probably something on the shorter end, a manga or something, to try and fit these in. I'm trying not to overexert myself in the month of November, because this month my reading has taken a hit because I've been ill, but I don't want to stress myself out with getting back into work and getting back into reading more and like overwhelm myself by trying to do too much. So first up, we've got, the first prompt is read a book with travel, and the second one was read a book with a weapon on the cover. So for this one, I've chosen Malevolent 7 because they have weapons on the cover. So this is about a group of villains, and I'm guessing at some point they'll do some travelling in this book by the synopsis. That's what I'm going off, and that's what we're getting. So there we go. So read a short book. I wanted to get around to this month, but I haven't been able to. So this is Deathless by Rob J. Hayes. This is the first in the trilogy of trilogies. So this is the first novella. I will be trying to read that this month. The next one is read a book with religion or gods. So this one is Shadow of the Gods by John Green. The next one is read a horror or a book that scares you. For this one, I have decided to go with Alice by Christina Henry. This is the kind of horror that is okay for me. Quiet horror that makes you think a lot is fine, but I couldn't really think of any that I owned that would fulfill this prompt. But I've recently read The House That Horror Built, gave that 4 stars. But I've also read Girl in Red and Near the Bone by Christina Henry. Loved them both 5 stars. So we'll see what this one does. So read an epistolary book. So I don't know if this is going to fit, because I messaged Ash. She's read this book ages ago. I can't remember if there were letters in it, or if this prompt could stretch this much. But for now, in this situation, we're going to put A Good Girl's Guide to Murder in there. I know there's like podcast clips, but I don't know if there's anything in there that could count for letters. I don't know. If it isn't, I'll pick something else. I'll wing it. I'll use a mood read somewhere in the month. So the next one is read a book with jewel tones or foiling on the cover. I'm not sure if my Butterfly Book Club box book does have foiling on the cover, but now hear me out. I've stretched this because this doesn't have foiling on, but it does have a lot of purple, and purple is a colour of an amethyst stone. So we're going to go with that. If you don't like it, black is onyx, which is a jewel / crystal. So there's where I'm going with that one. Next one is read a sci-fi book or a book involving science. So I haven't got this one out yet, but I'm going to be reading a manga for this, and this is a Parallel Worlds pharmacy. I will leave a picture up here. It's a little isekai book where a boy dies and is reincarnated in a world where he is a young pharmacist. And the next one is read a book with your favourite romance trope. Now then, Flawless by Elsie Silver. This is a very hyped series that I'm really scared to read. Andy loves it. Meg really enjoyed the book that she's read from the series. Meg gifted me these books, and I feel like this might be something that I will enjoy, but we're going to roll with it. I don't know the ins and outs of like what's going on with the series, but on the back of this, it says, now I'm stuck with her and there's only one bed. I don't care what other tropes are in this. The one bed trope, sign me up. Sign me the fuck up. And then the next one is read a book featuring healers, fantasy or modern. This is one I don't know if I can fulfill. I know it's not cheating, but in my mind I feel like it might be. But the Parallel Worlds Pharmacy is a pharmacist. He heals people with the concoctions that he makes. I might use that for both. I know you could double up, triple up, and I know Manga is still reading, but my brain's telling me that's cheating even though it's not, but it is what it is. But yeah, so read a graphic novel or manga, and you're thinking, you just showed us one, but I don't care. So this is The Other World's Books Depends on the Bean Counter. This is a cute BL manga that Take Cake Tins recommends, and I was pulled in by the hype. So let's hope that I enjoy this. If I do also have volume 2. The next one is read a book involving music or read an audiobook. So a lot of my books that I read on a monthly basis have audiobooks attached to them that I can read them with. However, it means picking up another manga, but one dance, I want to read this. I've been wanting to read this for ages. I purchased it a few months ago and it then sat on my shelves unread, and I keep looking at it, and every time Jen mentions it I'm like, yes, I wanted to read that, yes, I wanted to read that, and I'm not picking it up, so it's here. It's on the to read for November. The next one is Lucky Dip. We'll do that as we go. So the next one is clear out your shelf, read a book from your backlist. Now, I have mentioned this a number of times. When I came back to Booktube in 2020, all my books prior to that were scrapped. Well, I say scrapped. Donated to charity, ziffited, whatever, exited the premises. So not many books that I own, like they've not been on my shelves that long. But because I am also doing the challenge of trying to read my backlist Butterfly Book Club book box subscription books, I'm going to use that, which is hidden beneath the embers. I'm going to use that one for this prompt. The next one is read a book with a map. We have a map in Shadow of the Gods, and just so you know, I'm not cheating, it's a big ass map. On the final row, reread a favourite or continue a favourite series. To break things up a bit, I wanted to reread something cosy. Now, you'll be thinking, she's going to reread Legends of Lattes or Bookshops and Bone Dust, because that is her reread that she picks every single time. No, friends, no. I still need to get books 2 and 3 physically of this series, but Miss Percy's Pocket Guide to the Care and Feeding of British Dragons. If you don't know about this series and you like cozy fantasy, I highly, highly, highly recommend you pick this up. This is about a woman who feels she is a bit of a spinster because her life hasn't gone to plan, and she's currently living in her sister's house, looking after her children, and her sister gives her zero respect. Cares this much about her, like, she's so selfish. She comes across something that might end up being a little dragon egg, and she goes on a little adventure. And there's a teeny bit of romance, and Fitz is just the cutest little dragon in the world, and yeah, I really feel like a reread of this, a book 2, will do my heart the world of good, and I also need to purchase 2 and 3 physically. The next one is read a Portal Fantasy. We're going to read this because it's Portal Fantasy. And then the final prompt is to read a book with some kind of rep in it, disability rep, whether that's physical or mental or hidden. Based on what the main character goes through in book 1 of this, she's going to have some trauma. So I'm going to base my prediction, I'm going to base my choice on the fact that I predict that she's going to have some shit to unpack. So there we go. That is it for my Tomes and Treasures TBR. I think there's only one thing on there that I didn't pick something solid for, and that was like the Lucky Dip. But there is another book that I need to read, another 2 books that I need to read. They are both on audio. That's Grim Solace and Breaking Chaos. That is for the last 2 books in the series for this year's It's All About Fantasy Book Club picks. We need to get on to announcing next year's books. They are very quick reads. They're not like the high fantasy we've had to read previously. So I have no doubt in my mind that I will get through all of these books. I still really want to finish Exile of Water and Gold because I was enjoying it so much. I was so ready to crack on with that when I came back from London, and then I've just been so poorly and I can't even audiobook things. I haven't been able to audiobook anything. The first thing I was able to audiobook was finishing off Project Hail Mary, and I've been able to read Windbreaker Volume 3 for the manga, for the book Hopper rules, and that's it. And I barely got through a friggin' manga without falling asleep. So yeah, I'm really hoping that this book is off sometime soon, because it's really not a nice feeling. A lot of these I do have audiobooks for. I can animation read, I can chill and take my time. If I don't fulfill all the prompts, if I don't get to all the books I want, I will at least try and use the books that I can get to fill the prompts. So yeah, that's it. That's it, friends. Well, thank you very much for joining me on this wild adventure of me sounding like a frog. But if you do like me and you want to see more of me in a better condition than this, then please like, comment, subscribe and all that good stuff. If you're here and you want to let me know you're here, but you don't have anything to say, please leave a black heart, very much appreciated. And until next time, enjoy whatever video you're watching or doing, and I will see you all very soon.